Aloha and welcome to part 9 of Mega Man X7. We are still finishing Wind Crowrang stage. And you want to bring X for this level because there's another Dr. Light capsule coming up, and you know, the more upgraded X is, the better he is. We just picked up a Reploid named Barry, and that just made me laugh because in the last video I posted, someone mentioned that Red sounded like Barry Burton, or is that his name? Barry Burton? Either way, the guy from fucking Resident Evil. And he does. That's what's creepy. Hey Axel, I'm gonna make a Jill sandwich. But anywho, and that's another Capcom game, go figure. In fact, I think Wind Crowrang stage has a whole bunch of Capcom Reploid names. I don't know why. You got Barry, you got, well, you'll see. I think. Maybe. I can't remember. The camera angles in this second half of the stage are very annoying. You have to jump over these pits, and you have to maneuver past all this area, but like the camera won't help you, you know? Like, look at this part I'm coming up to here. I have to jump to a platform, and that platform's small. Like, there's no wall to it. It's retarded. The camera angles are fixed, and I hate that because, you know, if you don't know what you're jumping at, it's kind of a pain in the ass. The bottomless pits aren't fun. It's not a huge, big deal, but it's still kind of annoying, you know? Christ. Anyway, near the end of the stage, we come to an intersection. Go to the left to find... Well, I think you know. Well, you don't know, because if you haven't played this game before, but regardless. Dr. Light Capsule! X, these custom parts are for you. With these parts, you'll be able to use Giga Crash. Activate it by pressing the L1 button and the R1 button at the same time. But I hope that nothing so bad happens that you will end up seeing this message. Or the other 30,000 I've left lying around, right, Dr. Light? Jesus. Actually, that sentence implies that this is not an AI, and yet in X5 and X6, and X4, it's implied that Dr. Light's thing is an AI. I don't know what the hell's up with this fucking machine. Holy crazy camera. The right side has a Reploid you can save, and that's pretty much it. But I just figured I'd go down here, because some people may want to see that. Who knows? Silver. Reminds me of that awful fucking Sonic 06. Ah! Sorry. Just had a flashback. I'm okay. God, I hate that game. But anyway, folks, we're at the Maverick.
Where are you? Come out and face me!
I can see it in your eyes. You would prefer to avoid a fight.
Yes, of course. I don't want any more people getting hurt.
You really are a soft fool, X. Well then, just stand there peacefully while I erase both you and your silly ideals.
Wind Crowrang's kind of a easy boss, in my opinion. Sorta, but not really. He spends a lot of the time not on the platform. He spends a lot of the time in the background. If you're a ranged character like X or Axel, you can shoot him because the lock-on feature will let you, but you have to be kind of far away from him, if that makes sense. You can't be standing where he is in the background. You have to go to the very far right or the very far left, and that way you can lock onto him and shoot him. Eventually he then comes back onto the plane and starts doing these crazy attacks. That attack that just hit me, where he shoots all these beams of light on the sides, you can actually dodge that by going to the left of the ship, and then you can jump on the cockpit, which is down below, and you'll dodge the attack. I did it in the boss rush, but for some reason I didn't do it when I was actually fighting him. I don't know, I guess I was confused. His weakness is Snipe Anteater's ability, and I would say wait until he's on the ship to use it, because I don't think the homing missile is great for shooting him when he's down in the background. When you're Zero, you have to jump and push the triangle button to shoot that homing arrow thing. And if you jump too high, it goes over him or above him or something. And if you jump too early, you land right back down before you can shoot the arrow, which is kind of annoying. If you're X, you can spam the missile, but for some reason I didn't do that and chose to use the X Buster. It's not a perfect LP, I wasn't thinking, but you know. Keep in mind, folks, I don't play X7 that much. I really find X7 kind of bland and boring, so, you know, I don't rush back to play this one all that much. I found it easy, I beat it, and I get and remember some of the weaknesses, but, you know, when I did this LP, I haven't touched X7 in, like, months, so... I don't know what to tell you. I think he's a fairly easy boss, though, and you should be okay. Just watch out, make sure he doesn't dive on top of you. Try not to get hit by his missiles. Shoot him when you can, when he's in the background. And you should do okay. Again, if you're X or Axel, bring out the homing missile. That'll also help quite a bit. Of course, they'll run out of it eventually, but Zero can do his arrow attack as much as he wants. And we got the V-Hanger! The V-Hanger is a very awesome boomerang-type weapon that Zero can shoot at enemies, and it's going to be useful for the next Maverick Vanishing Gungaroo, as well as the second final boss fight. Not to spoil anything, but I make that fight look like a joke. So we got Ray, Jeff Died, Kelly, Herbie, Kim, Barry, Silver, Damon, Emit, Yamaguchi, Pete? Oh my god, Beat the Bird! Actually, I think there was a Reploid in this stage named Rush as well, but I couldn't find him. I think he was in this stage. I think there's a Rush Reploid, but I could be wrong. And no, I would not assume that Beat the Bird somehow was upgraded to a Reploid. That's just stupid. It's a cameo name and nothing else. Don't read too much into it. Anyway, time for a big-ass cutscene with my favorite voice actor in this game. Seriously, that voice is badass.
You see that? This is what one can do with DNA data.
Amazing. I had no idea that DNA data could provide so much power. You're incredible.
Well, I hope I've proven my abilities to you. But this is only the beginning. If you give me the chance, I can make you invincible.
What? You mean I could be even stronger?
Absolutely. But in order to do so, we'll need the mouse that ran away. He must collect more data, and then I will make you the strongest hunters that ever lived.
But that won't work. He'll never come back. We've set him free. And as for our power, we have quite enough. I thank you truly. But we already are undefeatable.
You don't need any more power, huh? Well, that can be true in your case. But he still has an unfinished job.
What's that supposed to mean? An unfinished job?
There is vital data still missing. The most powerful Reploid data is not yet in my hand.
You used us. And Axel? We've had enough of this. We won't search for him for you. And we won't attack any more innocent Reploids. Not one!
Well, I'm disappointed in you. I thought you'd be a bit more useful. But let's do this democratically.
What's wrong, guys? What are you doing? You! What have you done to my pals?
Oh, consider it payment for the power-ups I gave you. Well, what'll it be? If you don't follow my orders, they'll never return to normal. Get Axel back, along with X's data.
Hells yeah! Well, folks, we're moving on to the final Maverick of the game at Tunnel Base, and we're going to be taking him out in Part 10. So, we're almost done this thing. Anyway, toodles.